Apparently, Elizabeth has decided to do a keg stand before work with her cousin, Lexi. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Heathwyn and we are back to play some more of the Whimsy Stories Legacy Challenge. We are currently on the 3rd generation with our sim Elizabeth, but in our last episode, our 4th generation sim aged up into a teenager. So we're going to kind of be looking at both of them as we go through gameplay. Elizabeth, who is our 3rd generation sim, had finished her serial romantic aspiration in the last episode. And she is now dating Blake, who lived downstairs, but I guess he moved out. And they're kind of serious about things and kind of trying to decide if we should have Blake move in or continue to let Elizabeth and her son Mojito kind of do it solo. We come over into our game. In our last episode, Mojito aged up into a teenager. It is also the flower festival, and apparently the flower bunny is just hanging out in their apartment. Okay, creeping like a flower bunny does. But he aged up, and he is going to be an interior decorator in the interior decorator career. He's going to have to max the photography, the painting, and the handiness skill. So we gave him the painter extraordinaire aspiration. Also, off camera, I went ahead and gave his room a bit of an updated look for him being a teenager, but still kind of keeping with the vibe that like things are a little bit run down for him. I also got this money jar, which is a mod from Ravishing, and I'm thinking that because Elizabeth has always really struggled with money and he's obviously going to be looking to start his own life, that we could put any money that he makes in this jar. I also got him a camera because he's needs to max the photography skill. And he also has an easel. And I just tried to kind of make his room feel a bit more like a teenager's room, less like a kid's room. But again, they still don't have a ton of money, so it's not super fancy for him. But between painting, and I was also thinking that we might get him a part-time job. So for the rules of his aspiration, he has to meet someone in the manual labor career, and that's a part-time job career. So I thought that maybe we could get him started with that. Plus, that helps him earn some money that he can save towards getting his own place. Plus, as he's painting and things like that, he can have that stored away so that when the time comes and he's ready to move out, he'll have some money to take with him because, like I said, Elizabeth doesn't have a whole lot to give him. Now, Elizabeth, who is our Gen 3 sim, she is getting closer to being done. We have maxed all of her skills that she needed to max. So she needed to max mixology, juice fizzing, and dancing. She did complete the serial romantic aspiration. She just now really needs to max her career. So she's in the mixologist arm of the culinary career. She's currently level 7. We did get her the entrepreneurial trait, which means she's supposed to be more likely to get promoted in her career, but she still seems to struggle a bit with getting those promotions. So I did want to have Mojito find a job. Okay, manual labor. Let's hire this. Oh, I guess he only works weekends in this, but that's okay. He can go to work in the morning. He started as level 2 of that. He needs to reach level 2 of the gardening skill. Oh, well, we live in an apartment. That's gonna be a little tricky. Maybe we can get like a planter box? Elizabeth has some things that he could plant. Guess let's do that. Get some planter boxes that we could put outside. I mean, we built a tree house, so I suppose adding planter boxes is not beyond the realm of reasonable things. Put a couple, like, over here, I guess. And then we do have some plants. No, the manual labor career, I was kind of expecting it to be like he'd need handiness, not gardening. But okay, we can start him gardening. Why not? Maybe it'll help the eco footprint because it's kind of gross here. Okay, well, we got some flowers and some raspberries and some carrots. So I guess let's get this stuff planted. I mean, there's a whole bunch of flowers in here. I wonder if these are from the flower bunny. Oh, we can actually pick these up. The other ones I couldn't do anything with. They're just like there on the floor. But these, I guess I can actually pick up. Does the flower bunny just toss flowers around? Is that what he's doing? He's just walking around throwing flowers everywhere? I mean, he is the flower bunny, so I suppose that checks out. Okay, come and plant this stuff, Mojito, so you can get your skill up. Elizabeth does have to work. We will make sure she goes to work. I don't know if they typically go to work on Flower Festival Day, but we do want her to go to work because she needs promoting. He just aged up. We're not going to prom. Okay, Elizabeth is off to work. We're gonna have her work hard while she is at work. Again, doing whatever we can to get those promotions happening. She might come home upset about it, but she's gonna have to just deal. Alright, Mojito is getting his garden tended to. He has to be level 2 of the gardening skill. So we'll see how this goes for him. We can also have him... Who started painting on his easel? We're gonna have to lock this door. Lock for everyone but Mojito. Alright, one of Elizabeth's regulars is asking for a bit more juice in his drink. Elizabeth wants to give it to him, but knows she should say no. I think that because it's one of her regular customers, and it's probably someone she's flirted with, she would give him extra juice. After giving a little extra to the regular, everyone else starts asking for more juice too, which costs the bar money, but everyone loves Elizabeth. Okay, well, I mean, I guess her performance didn't go down, so that's alright. Why does the flower bunny keep trying to make white cake? This isn't okay. If he catches this on fire, I'm gonna be upset. He keeps, like, making white cake and leaving it. The flower bunny needs to leave. Why has he just been here all day? Okay, let's have Mojito start painting. And then whatever he makes from his painting, we'll go ahead and we will stash for him. Also, I want to put the camera in his inventory. And actually, why don't we sell some of this stuff that's in his inventory and we can put that in for him as well. Like, we'll get rid of the decorative eggs, this, the wisp, the flowers, all of these things that he's not going to want anymore. Okay, so 389 simoleons is what we're going to add to his jar. Ooh, this was not a very good painting. He only made out... It's only worth 87 simoleons. Uh-oh. Okay, Elizabeth did not get promoted. Of course not. Why would she get promoted? All right, let's get her to bed. I swear, I don't know what to do with her. Now she's having a mental fog from starting to burn out. Elizabeth is starting to feel woozy from her mental load. Maybe she should take a break or exercise some creative skills before it gets worse. And she's feeling stressed from work because she worked too hard. Oh, we're never gonna get her promoted enough. Never gonna end with her. Oh yeah, Mojito has work in an hour. Alright, so he is gonna go to work and his job is a landscaper. So that will be good for him. Landscape project. Mojito is almost done with a stunning landscaping project when he realizes that he is 2 petunias short. The project is already a week behind schedule. He can try running back to the nursery to get more or work with what he's got. I think since he's a creative sim and he's also going to be going into this like interior decorator career, I think improvising is a skill that is going to be important to him. So I think that that's what he would do. Eager to show off his creativity, Mojito rearranges the flower garden, mixing colors and sizes to conceal what's missing. The client isn't exactly appreciative. Oh no. In fact, he's furious. Mojito's boss apologizes for the mistakes and makes him redo the entire job. He got a performance loss. Oh no, I'm sorry, Mojito. You know, it was spring, so I opened all of those spring plants, and it then is now summer, and most of them don't grow in the summer. So we're gonna have to open some summer packets to give him more stuff to plant. I did not think that through. Alright, Mojito came home and he made 295 simoleons. So we'll be able to add that to his jar. Well, and then he can plant some of these plants that are gonna actually, you know, grow in the summer. And then he'll have something to actually tend, hopefully. Apparently, Elizabeth has decided to do a keg stand before work with her cousin, Lexi. I don't know why we thought this was a good idea, but we did. So there we go. There was a keg stand attempt happening. She is still feeling this mental fog, and she's feeling embarrassed from the keg stand fail. She's sweltering. Oh, we have to change the thermostat, I guess. Meanwhile, Mojito is down here planting. If she has mental fog and burnout, she's just kind of having a rough moment here. She's feeling smothered from her non-committal trait. She's lovelorn because she's romantic and hasn't had any romance in a while, which those are kind of like feel slightly conflicting to me. She's dazed from this mental fog. She's embarrassed from the keg stand fail. She's sad from shared sadness. So she's just kind of all over the place. Okay, well, reading an ebook doesn't seem to be helping her mental fog. What if we try to like go jog? Oh, you know what we were doing with her? We had her start doing some wellness stuff. So what if we get her a yoga mat and she can practice some yoga? Maybe that'll help. Okay, practice your yoga. Let's see if that's gonna help with her mental fog. Certainly should help with her hypertension. She got diagnosed with hypertension a few episodes ago, and considering there has been a history of, you know, heart attacks and cardiac explosions and things like that happening in her family, you know, some wellness practices probably would benefit Elizabeth. And it is bringing down her mental fog. And it's also helping her not feel as smothered, I guess. Oh no, Mojito has sprained his ankle from failing to dunk. What a bummer. Mojito just sprained his ankle and he's feeling embarrassed because he was caught pretending. We sent him out here to get some fun, so he's playing a little bit of basketball. It's not gone the best for him. But as fun as getting up, he does need to paint while inspired, so I think let's have him come back home and he can take a thoughtful shower to get inspired, and then we'll have him do a bit more painting. Elizabeth has to work. She is still dazed, but she's doing a little bit better. It's almost gone. She's dancing, so hopefully the dancing, because she does love to dance, hopefully that'll make that burnout go away so that when she goes to work, she will maybe potentially get promoted. Still no promotion for Elizabeth. She's feeling confident and her mind is clear from clearing the mental fog, but she is still not promoted. She will work again this evening. Hopefully she'll get that promotion then. And I think on her days off, she'll probably spend some time with Blake. Painterly calling. Mojito is relishing every brushstroke. Should he let the colors flow and embrace that he likes painting? Yes, I think him liking painting would be a very good thing since he's going to have to max that skill. So I think since this is going to be Mojito's first day of high school, we're going to go with him to high school for this first go round and have him meet some classmates, kind of do some high school stuff. Elizabeth has all her skills and everything, she just needs to get promoted, so we don't really need to give her a whole lot of attention at the moment. Alright, so Mojito is here, and he needs to learn about the new school from the principal. So let's send him in here and talk to Nalish, who is the principal. There's a bunch of kids here. Learn about the new school. They had a first impression too. What was their first impression? Okay, Mojito thinks that Nalish is fun to be around, but he thinks that Mojito is in Dreamland. I'm guessing that's because of Mojito's creativity. Sometimes Sims that are creative get that response from people. Welcome to Copperdale High School, Mr. Whims. I hope you settle in without too much trouble. We have 2 periods, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Alright, we know how the high school works, but let's go ahead and have him come up and maybe, oh my gosh, all the lockers are like, probably from other ones. Let's come and claim locker ownership. Let's claim this one. I think Daniela here might be a werewolf because I see some like raging red coming off of her. So that could make his first day of high school interesting. Alright, so Mojito is off to attend math class. So his first high school class, fortunately it appears like the werewolf is not in his class. So that'll be a good thing for him. I love how they're all on their phones. We're gonna Mojito meet some of the students that are here. We have introduced ourselves to some people. Let's see if we have any impressions. Okay, we don't know anything about Vestil, although apparently he's our cousin? Okay. Barrett, he thinks is shallow. Talon, oh no, we're not having any luck. He thinks Talon is in Dreamland and stuck up, and Talon thinks that Mojito is in Dreamland. Alright, let's see about Everett. Oh no, he thinks Everett is rude and weird, and Everett thinks Mojito is pretentious. So he hasn't had much luck with these people, although we haven't met Clive over here. Maybe let's go and introduce ourselves to Clive. And then we can also introduce ourselves to Christy, and how about Dana and Michaela. All right, Clive likes Mojito, but Mojito thinks Clive is untrustworthy and is rather charmless. So he's not having much luck finding some friends here. Christy, he thinks, is responsible, but she thinks he's in dreamland, but they have good compatibility with each other. So Christy so far has been like the best option for a friend. Ooh, Dana might be good too. He thinks Dana's fun to be around. She thinks he's in dreamland. They also have good compatibility. And then lastly, we're gonna meet Michaela. Okay, they have good compatibility. He thinks she's a nature maniac, and she thinks he's in dreamland. Okay, so I think one of the girls, either like Dana or Christy, is probably gonna be the best bet for like friendship with him, because the boys, that doesn't seem to be going well. But now it's time for their afternoon class. But at least he's met some people. You know, maybe the boys don't like that he's a little bit more arty. He's, you know, kind of dressed a little bit more formally than they are. And, you know, he's had a tough childhood growing up. So maybe that makes the boys a little bit rougher towards him, whereas the girls, they are a little bit more empathetic and a little bit more understanding. Oh, spiky ceiling. Whoosh! Another classmate tosses a pencil up and it perfectly sticks into the ceiling. Everyone in the class can't seem to pay attention to the board anymore, instead focusing on the pencils hanging above them. This could be Mojito's moment to shine. Is it time for him to become class famous and stick the landing? I honestly don't think that Mojito would throw the pencil. So Mojito glances at the pencil throwers and shakes his head before returning his attention back to the teacher's lecture, and he got a small classroom performance boost. Yeah, I just don't see Mojito throwing pencils at the ceiling. Class is over. Mojito is done for the day. He's doing satisfactory work, but his teachers at Copperdale High School think he could easily improve with just a little bit of effort. So he's impressed his teacher, and he's learned a lot. He will be engaged in enrichment learning opportunities. So we'll go ahead and send Mojito home. He does need to have some fun. He's a little bit hungry. He could use a snack after school. So all in all, not a terrible first day of school for Mojito. And he only works on the weekends in his job. So he'll have all week long to get his gardening skill up and to work on homework and things like that. Elizabeth apparently has been feeling rather cheerful lately. She's at work and feeling cheerful, which I'm not sure about that one, but okay. Things are going well, and Elizabeth doesn't have a care in the world. Is this the same person whose apartment regularly, like, explodes and terrible things happen? Should we embrace the change and make her cheerful? Usually, when these things pop up, I say yes, but in this case, we're gonna actually say no, because with everything that's happened to Elizabeth, I don't think she'd be cheerful. So we're gonna say no. Oh my gosh, another day has passed, and Elizabeth still has not gotten promoted. Although she is in, like, excellent range, so hopefully the next time she goes to work, she'll get promoted. Girl can't catch a break, I swear. So since the weather was so bad in the city, Elizabeth decided to call up Blake and head over to the beach in Sulani. And I am kind of thinking that maybe we will ask Blake at the end of all of this to move in. Let's have them go and swim around together. They can spend some time on the beach. It's a warm day. It is summer. This gives them a chance to kind of get out of the city as well. So they have been enjoying quite a nice day together at the beach. It's been warm. They've been able to have some fun. And I think this is something Elizabeth has needed. She definitely has been missing Blake a little bit. Yes, she is non-committal, and so sometimes that is difficult for her, but deep down she does have a lot of affection and feeling for Blake, and she does really care about him, and she doesn't want there to be anyone else in her life. It took her a while to get to that point, but she's here now. So I think we will ask him to join the household. This may be a bad idea, but we're going to do it anyway. I mean, they are best friends. They just became best friends. They've been best friends for a while. So it's time where Elizabeth is going to be like, you know, we've been friends for a long time. You know Mojito really well. So how would you feel about potentially moving in? And Blake thinks that that is a good idea. So he is going to move in with them and bring money. So they actually have money now. So Blake has moved in and has joined the family. He now has a sentiment from feeling close from moving in. Blake and Elizabeth feel closer than ever as they share a home. They are deeply connected. He is smitten with her, and it's good to have him here. Now, I don't think that they will get married because that will really be pushing things for Elizabeth. Just having Blake move in and of itself is a big step. So marriage is not going to happen. But I think we will head back home and check in on Mojito. Mojito was diagnosed with sinusitis, so he's still not feeling very well. I think maybe we'll let him have a nap. That might help. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Blake Barton is so utterly smitten with Elizabeth Whims that he is proposing marriage. Oh no. Elizabeth definitely doesn't want to get married, but she doesn't want to lose things with Blake either. So what if we say, of course? So they are now engaged. Elizabeth is actually feeling happy about it. I don't think they're ever going to get married though. They're just going to maybe be engaged forever because I can't see her actually wanting to get married. All right, Mojito is starting to feel a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and send him off to school on his own. Oh, and the toilet is broken. So he would be the one to fix it because of his handiness needs, but we may have to have Blake come fix this. Several days have now passed and Mojito is feeling better and he is back to school. Elizabeth will be going to work a little bit later. Things seem to be going okay with having Blake live there. We haven't had any negative moodlets. She's still feeling flirty and good. Yes, they are engaged now, but a wedding isn't gonna happen. Oh dear. And Mojito is like very tense. He needs some fun. Maybe he can watch some TV to get his fun under control. He was pretty sick, but he's definitely on the mend and doing better. And his grades have gone up. He is now a B student, so that's good for him. We still have to get that gardening skill up. He's almost to level 2. He's like so close. But like there's nothing down here to harvest at the moment. I think somebody got to it before he did. And then once his fun is under control, there's some broken things around the apartment that I think we can have Mojito work on fixing because handiness is another one of the skills that he is going to need to max. All right, Elizabeth is heading off to work scared because of the thunderstorm that's happening. But let's hope that she gets promoted. Her performance is excellent. She's done everything that she needed to do. It would be amazing if she got promoted. Meanwhile, Mojito is in here fixing the broken things and doing all that. He needs to eat though. Mojito hasn't been able to do a lot of painting because he wasn't feeling very well, but he has accumulated 1,700 simoleons in his money jar. So that's a pretty good start for him, I think. And we'll obviously keep working on that for him when he sells his paintings, and with any money he earns from his part-time job will all go into that jar. And then when he is ready to move out on his own, he'll have some money to take with him. Those will be his starting funds. Whatever that ends up being, those will be his. Oh no. Now there's been an electrical failure. I was just thinking we almost made it through this whole episode without something happening, but now there's an electrical failure. So looks like something has shorted out all the power and electricity in the unit. Call the property owner to sort out the problem or attempt to fix it yourself. I think since we are working on handiness with Mojito, we might as well go ahead and have him fix the stuff. So the refrigerator is broken and the TV is broken and the computer. So he's got some things to work on. Oh my gosh. And then the money that he gets from fixing this, I think we'll let him keep. Blake is trying to help by mopping up the mess. Oh no, now there's a fire and he's electrocuted himself. Oh no, seriously, fried from being electrocuted. That was a close call. I really shouldn't mess with any electronics for a while. Oh gosh. Okay, extinguish the fire. Blake, come help. You guys come extinguish the fire. We almost made it through an episode without catastrophe happening. We didn't make it. We were so close. So close. And then an electrical failure happened. Blake, help. Put this out. Don't panic. Put it out. Get the fire out. Okay, Blake, in his suit, is extinguishing the fire. Okay, this is good. And they got 307 simoleons. Why is there still fire? Okay, we can replace stuff. So let's do that. Mojito is dazed from being electrocuted. That's not ideal. We really don't need to lose our Gen 3 heir. That would be really bad. You know what? We'll let him go to sleep. Maybe we'll fix the broken stuff in the morning. It's been a rough night. But hey, at least we have ended with Elizabeth getting a promotion. So she has been promoted to Chief Drink Operator. She's now going to work 4 p.m. to midnight. And I think with that, we're going to end this episode here. That was quite an ending. I really thought that we could have made it. I thought we almost made it, but we didn't. We didn't quite make it. Every time something catastrophic happens in this apartment. But Elizabeth has gotten promoted. She is now level 8 of the mixology career. So she just needs 2 more promotions and then we are officially done with Generation 3. I feel like we're off to a pretty good start with Mojito. He got sick. That wasn't the greatest, but I feel like we're moving in the right direction for him. And I will be so glad to leave this apartment behind. It will be so good to say goodbye to it. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!